and I'm proud to be an American.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Good and Crazy News, y'all. Guess what? It's your boy Aki. I'm back with another episode. Oh my goodness, y'all. I hope y'all didn't see those two starts that just happened before. But guess what? I'm going to be doing the show by myself tonight. So guess what? I'm here. You heard me just play Proud to Be an American just now. You know why? Because the Republican debate was last night, and it was a shit show, to say the very, very least. Right now, I want to take one time to shout out our newest subscribers, Chandra Harris. Hey, the other day we were at 84 subscribers. Now we're at 90. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But guess what? We need to get to 500 subscribers so we can grow this channel and make it even better than it's ever been before. So if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and subscribe right now. Go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, so we can make sure we have a good time tonight. So guess what? Let's get into the show. Oh my God, y'all. I have to talk about this. They pass all these crown acts all across the country, California, New York City, and Chicago, and all these type of places like that. It's against basically black people who want to wear their hair the way how they want to wear their hair. It says right here, are U.S. government officials to blame for this student suspension? Let me show you this young man right here, everybody. Look at his face. Look at him. Beautiful young man. You see him? Guess what they're doing right now? The black student who was suspended twice for wearing his dreadlocks to school is now suing Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
It's a Negro.
What's wrong with black people in their hair? That's what I want to know.
It's a Negro.
What's wrong with black people in their hair?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It says right here, the legal action has entered the conversation on the widely disputed suspension of a black student who was told his dreadlocks were out of the school dress code. However, the defendants in this case is the governor of Texas and the Texas State Attorney General, Ken Paxton, who is just being charged by his own party just last week. Now, look at this boy's hair, you guys. He didn't just start growing his hair yesterday. This boy's hair been like this for years. Ain't no telling how long it is, even in the back. So why is it now all of a sudden now his hair is the problem in the school system? And you know what? I'm glad he's going to be suing Governor Greg Abbott, because Greg Abbott is a piece of trash. Is my mic on? You can turn it on. It's not on.
Can you hear me?
It says here a federal civil rights lawsuit was filed against Texas Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton, alleging the suspension of 17-year-old Darrell George was in violation of the state's Crown Act. Now, how is he in violation of the state's Crown Act? First of all, he's 17 years old. So that means he's probably a junior or a senior in high school. So you're going to wait until he's a junior or a senior in high school to now start talking about his hair? You guys get out of here with that. Just to let you know, this story was given to me by one of our viewers. One of our viewers actually suggested this story to us. It says, according to CNN, the teen was placed on a week-long in-school suspension August 31st after coming into Barbers Hill High School. This is so ironic. The name of the school is called Barbers Hill High School, with his dreadlocks twisted into a ponytail. However, the next day, the state signed into law prohibiting the discrimination of natural hair at the school's workplace. Now, there's these black women that have been going around talking about protecting people, protecting African Americans' rights to have their hair however they want to. I can tell you that back in the day when I was in school, not even in school, when I had a job and people were saying, oh, you have to have your hair cut like this. Oh, you have to have your hair done like that if you think you're going to be successful and have a career or anything in this country. Well, just because my black hair threatens you is not a reason for me to change anything about my life. Bye, Ken Paxton. And I thought you got impeached anyway. Oh, you did get acquitted, but bye, Greg Abbott. Y'all, guess what? The Republican convention was last night, and I don't know what to say about it, but I just know it was a shit show. It began, former President Donald Trump, again, was not there, as usual, because he said he's not going to come to none of these debates. They had Nikki Haley's Indian ass up there. You know what I said about her being Indian? Then they had Tim Scott up there. He was doing pretty good as far as I know. That crazy guy, Vamlarani. Let me tell you something. If you go back and watch that debate, you'll notice there's so many contradictions going on. They talking about Joe Biden shouldn't be down there to the workers' strike union. At the same time, they also telling him that he needs to be at the border. Okay, which one you want? I don't know.
Well, the border is going to be a crisis. That's going to be.
Your mic is it
Is
on?
it? Yeah, it's on. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on. Well, the border situation, that's an ongoing situation. To me, that's an infinite problem that's not going to ever be resolved. And I can tell you the reason why it's not going to be resolved because of the borders is you have to remember, quote unquote, the way how Christopher Columbus got here. They got here on the border too. So that's for them to stop immigration. You got to remember that they are immigrants themselves too, and they just trying to have laws to prevent their population from not existing anymore. But that's not going to happen at all, and that's the only thing that's stopping them because they let the Italians come over here, they let the Irish come over here, and then they let the Ukraine people come over here too. So and they're not having any issues. And in reality, they let some of the Afghans come over here too, but only so few. So and then they have the Indians coming over here too with the technology and stuff like that. So I think they just need to leave the border crisis alone because it's a problem that can't be fixed. And at the same time, you talking about crimes and drugs and stuff like that. The government bring the drugs over here. The feds bring the drugs over here. And if you listen to the presidential debate, they said that one of the commentators said that the number one people that provide the drugs is the American people. It's not the people from the border. So it may be coming from the border, but the people from America is coming over there, going to the border to get the drugs and bring it over here. So
Am I allowed to speak?
Yeah.
Well, guess who manufactures the drugs is the question.
It's all over the world.
Who manufactures the drugs and what drugs are we talking about?
You could be talking about fentanyl.
Okay,
weed.
So where does fentanyl come from?
I couldn't tell you.
It comes from China.
It comes from China, but heroin. You have people that's cooking up cocaine, crack, everything. It's
where does cocaine come from?
It could come
primarily
Colombia.
Okay, it doesn't even come from Colombia anymore. It comes from Nicaragua.
Yeah.
So anyway, so fentanyl definitely comes from China because it's a manufactured drug. Now, when you talk about cocaine and stuff like that, cocaine is something that grows in the wild that is transformed into cocaine. Fentanyl is completely man-made.
Yeah, and what about heroin? Same thing too.
Heroin is also a drug that comes from a plant, just like cocaine does.
But it's still, I mean, no matter what, it's a drug. The drug's been on this planet for the longest, so people been getting high off of all types of,
drugs can do good and they can do bad.
Yeah, all type of remedies and stuff like that. So the war on drugs, the war on immigration, this is stuff that's been since the test of time. So it really doesn't even matter. People just need to live life. We need to live life and be happy that we're living and enjoy each other as people and enjoy each other as America and enjoy each other's culture, and enjoy.
That's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do. But
okay.
I mean, the separation of immigration and black and white and Hispanics and Chinese and these bills are right, So,
that's what you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean that's what the immigration is about.
I'm saying, but you saying that all of these divisions is happening, right?
Yeah.
And because of drugs.
Not because of drugs.
In spite of drugs.
I'm saying all the issues that they talk about in the debate with immigration and drugs and stuff like that. That's an unending battle. No matter, we can say for instance, oh, there's no more drugs in this. There's no more drugs in America. There's drugs in China, America, Africa, all over the world.
The difference is what people don't understand about this is that, of course, you can make fentanyl in Africa. Of course, you can make it in India. Of course, you can make it in the United States. Of course, you can make it in South America. Of course, you can make it in Brazil. Of course, you can make it in Peru. Of course, you can make it in Malaysia. Of course, you can do that. Of course, you can. But China's out there manufacturing drugs to kill people around the world on purpose. That's the difference. Every culture has their drug that they like to use. You go over there to Africa, they have hallucinogenics, they have ayahuasca, they have all of these stuff, marijuana, ayahuasca, they have opium that the Chinese people, they even have opium jackets that they wear, and they even make furniture to smoke opium on. That's not the question or the answer. The question is China deliberately manufacturing huge amounts of fentanyl just to travel to the United States and kill Americans? That's the question at hand. And the answer to that is yes. All right, it says here that we were supposed to be talking about the debate from last night. It says the 7 GOP contenders in Wednesday night showdown at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California, provided a handful of memorable moments, including South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley. I got Indian in my family. No, that's a perm, how? Unloading of what seemed like an entire field's pent-up frustration with entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, to me, a whole lot of people are confused to think that Vivek Ramaswamy is some great person who should be coming into the GOP and actually should be leading the GOP into some type of glory that they need to be coming on. But guess what? Vivek Ramaswamy is a criminal.
What did he do?
Vivek Ramaswamy went and got a student loan to go to law school. We had $750 million in the bank.
Oh, wow. Ain't that what Donald Trump did the same thing too?
Hello, that's why I'm calling him a criminal.
Yeah. Well, he probably be president, the next president.
No, he won't.
Yeah.
He's a joke right now.
He's a contradiction of himself.
If you watch that debate, which I know you just got through watching parts and bits and pieces of it or whatever, there was a lot of contradicting going on that debate. Yeah, people were contradicting themselves left and right.
Mike Pence was the number one, and then same.
Did you notice how every time Mike Pence spoke, everybody shut the fuck up and let him talk?
Yeah,
no one double talked him
because he was digging himself in the hole. That's why. And the questions that they were asking him about, canceling Obamacare, he would try to deflate the subject and go to another subject. Like, no, but what about Obamacare? Because it's the number one program in America for people that need medical insurance right now. So, and then DeSantis had a questions about that textbook where slaves benefited from being slaves, for the and he stumbled over that question too. So all those people just put, and then Nikki Haley, she sounds like a Democrat.
No, she don't.
Yes, she do. She like, I listened to the
She
debate.
did the most double talk out of anybody up there.
Exactly.
She did the most contradiction.
Yeah.
She was gaslighting. She was calling inner city places basically black nigger places.
Yeah.
If you listen to what she was actually saying, she wasn't speaking like no Democrat. She was talking like a fucking Republican.
Talking about raising the taxes on the rich, and then
no, she was talking about raising taxes on the middle class. She actually was gonna say kill the middle class is what she, and then she corrected herself mid-sentence and said that she was gonna make middle class people pay more taxes and then lower taxes for corporations. That's what she said.
Something like that. Whatever, but
Anyway, bye all y'all motherfuckers from last night. Oh God. Bring it back. Kia and Hyundai, which everybody loves, recall over 3.3 million vehicles. Now, let me tell you something. I've been watching Hyundai for a long time. And when they came into the autosphere out of nowhere, I think it was like 1991 or 1989 or something like that, when they had the Hyundai XL. Remember those, y'all? Yeah. Hyundai came a long way since then.
Kia too.
Well, Kia is a spinoff from Hyundai.
Yeah.
But Hyundai was there first, and those Hyundai XLs, remember at a certain point, they used to start having all this smoke and shit coming out the back of all of their cars.
Now they revisit the past again, because that's exactly what's happening with the new recall.
It says, according to the AP News, the U.S. National Highway Traffic Administration has acknowledged that the anti-lock braking system, the ABS, control on module in certain Kias and Hyundais can leak fluid and spark an electrical fire. Not only that, if they're leaking fluids, you know what that means? You're gonna be driving without brakes.
Mm-hmm.
The malfunction can occur whether the car is parked or in motion. As a result, affected vehicle owners are advised to park away from buildings until the issue is repaired. Now, I know you used to have a Hyundai, not a Hyundai, but
a Kia.
a Kia.
I had two of them.
Did you like those cars?
I enjoyed the Kia. I enjoyed both Kias.
You had an Optima and a Stinger.
And a Stinger. You know, I think the only thing I didn't like about the Stinger is it was the quality that it started falling apart a little bit on the inside and the outside of
because you were paying for the engine, you weren't really paying for anything else.
So, but other than that, Kia is an excellent car. You know,
you just said it's a piece of trash.
No, right? I'm saying it's an excellent car, but it was just falling apart, especially on the inside of it. You know,
you're gonna have like Nikki Haley. You like it's a great car, but it's falling apart.
Yeah, but I'm saying as the exterior wise, not as the engine wise. I never had any mechanical issues with it. It's just the exterior. Some of the stuff was falling apart, but at the same time, it still was a good car. But I mean, Kia and Honda, they've been having their issues for a long time because remember the Kias, the insurance companies didn't want to pick up a lot of those Kias because of
everybody was stealing them.
Everybody was stealing them. So Kia Honda is going through a rough patch right now, real rough patch. It's like the beginning years when they first started manufacturing cars, and it seemed like they're facing it all over again.
Yeah, it says right here, the publication reports that both companies have been spoken on the situation in separate statements. Hyundai acknowledged 43 reported instances of fire breaking out on parts melting as a result of thermal incidents. Meanwhile, Kia addressed 10 reported instances of fire and parts melting. But you know what? A lot of their models are crossover models. They have like the same model for Kia and Hyundai.
Yeah.
But they just have different names. Yeah. Like the Telluride, and then Kia's version is the something else, but they're both like the same truck.
Yeah. What the funny part about I like at the end is that as a result, affected vehicles owners are advised to park away from buildings until the issue is repaired. It's like these motherfuckers.
They tell you, in other words, don't bring your cell phone on the airplane.
Yeah,
because like your shit might blow up.
Yeah, you gotta put. I mean, where would you park it? You know, like park it like in a deserted parking lot, you know.
Park that shit on the street.
You know,
not in your garage.
You know, not on the street, but you got the grass, you know, so you got to park like in a deserted area and then walk the rest of the way, you know. Shit. Damn, that's really fucked up, you know.
Bye, Hyundai. Oh my God. Okay, this story, you guys, it's very important to me, and I agree with this. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be a one-issue voter, but Joe Biden is really pissing me off with this right here. CNN poll says majority of Americans oppose more U.S. aid for Ukraine in the war with Russia. I don't want Joe Biden giving no more money to fucking Ukraine. Ukraine is not a part of NATO. Why are you giving them all this money? Meanwhile, Americans are over here suffering. You're giving them $65 billion. For what? I don't get it. I don't understand it. Meanwhile, Americans are sitting over here struggling with gas prices. You could have been paying down food prices and gas prices with that money instead of giving it to the fucking Ukraine. Because guess what? If Russia wants Ukraine, they're going to take it. Period, point blank, full stop.
Well, you got to remember that his son was in that. They say he was in that scandal with Ukraine. You know, some type of business that he would do in Ukraine. So maybe this is the blackmail. You know, I'm gonna say this about Ukraine. I'm gonna say this about the issue that how you pronounce his name? The president
Zelensky.
President Zelensky. You know, y'all know I do my speeches, my little speeches, because he came to the Congress and sending and begging for money.
He went to the UN.
The UN. Begging for. But then he come to America. Yeah, he came to America.
Yeah, he went to the UN.
Yeah. But
he didn't come to DC. He went to the UN begging for money.
UN
he was begging the whole world for money.
Whole world for money, and this is how it went when he was asking for America. Look. Because you know, y'all can't see me on the screen. But he say, America, we have the same ideologies. Ideologies. When you arrest Rosa Parks for not giving up her seat, we took we kick off black people from the train and the buses to only put Ukraine. So we have the same ideologies. So we support each other ideals of only supporting only white skinned people. So I beg you guys to give me more money to support this ideology of only white power, because that's what is gonna keep the world alive. White power. And then they gave him the money.
Well, Zelensky is claiming that if the United States doesn't help him and they start losing this war and Russia takes over the Ukraine, that Russia will now attack Poland. And Poland is a NATO country, starting World War III. But this is my thing. Let them do it. And see what the fucking United States military can do to smash his fucking ass. Putin, I'm talking about. Let him do it.
Yeah.
We don't need to stand in the way of that. Ukraine, you had your chance to join NATO and you didn't do it.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So now the United States is sitting up here basically bankrolling your war with Russia, a war you can't win. And guess what? The United States is actually playing your ass because all they doing is loaning your ass money for all these planes and shit that you don't even have nobody that's trained enough to even use these motherfuckers. So guess what? Bye. It's time for the men's gossip.
So you guys,
Let me call out the story first.
okay, go ahead.
Y'all know Charlemagne, that nigga. You know he from South Carolina, from Monk's Corner, South Carolina. Charlemagne calls Colin Kaepernick's letter to New York Jets tragically sad and downright pathetic. Now I don't know nothing about this story, so you're gonna have to go.
So, what is stating that he wants to, I think, let's see, former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick has expressed interest in returning to the NFL in a letter to the New York Jets.
After all of these years,
yeah,
can he still even play?
General Manager Joe Douglas in response.
I'm saying, can he still even play?
I mean, they all. Oh, I mean, you could be. Yeah, he's still young. He's still young. In response, Charlemagne, the guy of the Breakfast Club, offered his opinion, deeming J. Cole co-signed that. Deeming for an opportunity is pitiful. J. Cole co-signed the athlete returning to the field on Tuesday, September 26th, as he shared the letter written by Cap. I asked Colin Kaepernick if I could share this letter with the world. He was reluctant. He captioned the post of letter. My argument was that I believe the people in our organization should know the truth about how hard.
Ain't nobody gonna be able to hear you because you're not talking into the mic.
And how much he still wants to play and always has.
You got to talk into the mic.
Always has.
They're not gonna be able to hear you.
I see it.
I know what I'm trying to say is there's a cone there on that mic because it drowns out whatever is not happening around. If you're not right in front of it, it's not gonna hear you.
The 35-year-old also offered to lead the practice squad as he be honored and extremely grateful for the opportunity to see below. Cap was allegedly exiled from the NFL after he took a knee during the national anthem in protest of the brutality and racial inequality in 2016. So what happened was the reason why Charlemagne is mad is because he considered the NFL as treat people as slave and racist and stuff like that. So he's just
a lot of black people feel like that.
Yeah. Why he want to return? I mean, I understand the way Charlemagne feel about that.
A lot of progressive feel like that though.
But to me, if that's someone's heart to play again, Colin Kaepernick has a lot of money from the settlement, his Nike sponsorship. No matter how much money you have in the world, if you have a dream in your heart or a desire to do something, that's it's hard to do, to play football. You know.
Let me tell you something real quick though regarding that. You know how everybody reveres Jackie Robinson? They have all these statues of Jackie Robinson all over the place and everything, and try to say he's the best thing ever happened to the MLB and all type of shit like that. Jackie Robinson came from the Negro League. He should have never fucking left the Negro League, because black people own the Negro League. I'm gonna say this about the NFL right now. If black people would stop looking at the money they can get right now today and think about the future, they can form their own league and run. Yeah, because the problem is they don't want to suffer through the hard times right now. But guess what? The fact of the matter is that once you take all the black people out the NFL will crumble and fall to the ground. So all they have to do is just form their own teams and just get people to come and watch them. Because guess what? Like I said before, and I'll say it again, as long as black people is out there entertaining people, white people are going to come. But as long as they have people like Jackie Robinson that go ahead and sell their soul out to the white man in order for them to be able to be something, it happens to us over and over again. It happened to us in hockey. Black people invented hockey in Canada. Did you know that in 1860 something? Did you know that?
No.
Black people had their own Negro baseball leagues. Did you know that the most famous white person baseball player from the 1920s, he was actually black? Black people, that's what Martin Luther King meant when he said, maybe I did a wrong thing by selling my people from the frying pan into the fire. That's what he was talking about. That's what he was talking about.
You know, I can agree on you with that, but I say this. I want to say this is that
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I'm trying to come up with the word to say, if Jackie Robinson didn't come to the NFL, I mean to the MLB, you know, to break the color barrier, then what was going on? Let's ask this question: what was going on in the African American MLB? They probably didn't get any money or anything like that.
You have to remember, you have to look at the time frame.
Even the time frame.
Hold. You just asked me a question. Yeah. Let me answer it for you. You have to look at the time frame. Remember when the African American League was going on, there was still white people coming to watch the games, but the money was on the white side. But see, the white people didn't have the athletes. The white people plotted. That's why they have those statues of Jackie Robinson. And they have the statues because that was the ticket of getting all the minority players to come over there where the money was. See, because the Negro Leagues, what they didn't have was advertising back at those days. That's what they didn't have. They had the talent. They had the players. They did not have the advertising, and the stadiums is what they didn't have. But if this was 2023 today, guess what? They would have that. So what I'm trying to say is that, hold on, if the Jackie Robinson would have stayed back at that time, the Negro Leagues would have been even better. And it probably would not even be called the Negro League today. It'd probably be called something else.
But
now let's move on.
But I just want to debunk a little bit what you're saying, because if that was true,
you can't debunk it. You can push back on it.
I could push back.
If you debunk it, you got to come with facts.
Yeah, I am going to come with facts, because we talked about it last week, that if that was the case, when Deion Sanders was at the HBCU and you stated that they was underfunded, they didn't have uniforms or anything like that, and these are established colleges, the black baseball league will still be in the same predicament to this day. Same thing with the look at the golden the Trotters, golden, how you say that? The basketball in New York,
the Globetrotters.
The Globetrotters, you know,
the Harlem Globetrotters.
The Harlem Globetrotters. You know, that
was a stunt team.
Yeah, it's a stunt team, but it's still just that one. It's still that one event. They haven't expanded from what they are to this day.
Just because it's a stunt team, they still do that. There's white people on the team now today and everything like that, and they still touring the country and doing everything what they need to do. All right, the top CFB games of the week: Saul, Canelo, and Jamel undisputed super middleweight title is coming up. Yordanis Ugas and Mario Barrios into interim WBC welterweight title is coming up. And so is Jesus Ramos and Erickson Lubin. The junior middleweight championship is coming up. Go ahead.
So
Sometimes.
So look like the one thing I don't like about this card, these are the top card, is that basically is the blacks against Hispanics. This is what this is all about. Hopefully,
is that what it is?
Yeah, because Jamel is black. You done his.
I mean, they can't help. They can't help where they're from.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're
Udonis
Hispanic, they're Hispanic. If they're
and
black,
Jesus
if they're black.
Ramos is Hispanic, and Eric and Lubin is black. So I'm gonna talk about this.
Can any of those people be replaced with black people? Is my question.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, there's plenty of us in boxing.
No, I'm saying on this level.
Yeah, on this level. Yeah.
So you're saying that the Hispanic people shouldn't even be there?
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't be there. I'm saying the way this card is set up. I never said that they shouldn't be there.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm saying that the way this card is set up, that it's a blacks against Hispanic, and that's the way the card is set up, just like that. And Dennis Ugas, he should win this fight because he's a much better boxer than Mario Barrios. If he doesn't win this fight, then he's laying down like he did in the Spence fight. And then Jesus Ramos and Erickson Lubin. I got Jesus Ramos on this. He probably gonna beat this boy down, but Lubin is an excellent boxer, so this is gonna be a real good fight. So I'm expecting this a great matchup this weekend, especially with Canelo. One thing I want to say on the last note with boxing is that I pray to God that Jamal Charlo, his oldest brother, get himself together. I pray.
What's wrong with him?
Is his mental state is not all there. He's not all there, and I pray that him and his brother bind their brothership back together and come back together as brother. But I pray to God that Jamal, he get himself together, because if he was still in boxing, he'd be on top of the game, because he's an excellent boxer, a very excellent boxer.
All right, well, Jermaine, thank you so much, and that's the end of men's gossip. Yeah, I'm so tired of this story with Jeannie Ma and Jeezy. I'm so sick of them. Jeannie Ma is very surprised that Jeezy filed for divorce, sources say. A source tells ET that things haven't been that great between the couple for some time. She admitted that she would go to him yelling and screaming and acting all crazy and shit like that. And he'd be like, yo, baby, we ain't finna do that. And she'd be like, oh, I'm finally checking myself to let everybody know that I do have a problem. I do have a temper and all that type of shit. Girl, I don't want to be racist, but you already said that you only like your dark meat on the side. So listen, get out of here with all of that. I hope Jeezy takes your ass and wipes his ass with your fucking divorce papers, because you a piece of shit, Jenny.
Let me tell you what happened with this situation, because because I read it where she said she has been spending more time in LA, and her mom is with her and supporting her during this transition. And
she ain't got no money.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. I tell you not to mess with that nigga, but you're still going to mess with that nigga. I tell you why you mess with that nigga. You're fast. All you want is piece of dick, and now the dick is about to leave, and then you left.
Now she got a baby by.
Yeah, now you got a baby by, and now you got a black blood in our family now. So this is an issue, because you was with that white man.
That is so racist.
And you didn't want to. You did. And let me tell you what happened. Because her ex-husband that she was with, the first husband that she was with, she didn't want to give him a baby. She did not, and that's why he divorced her. And he ended up having after they left. After they split up, 6 months later, he was pregnant with a baby, because he really wanted a baby. Now she put a little black blood in his.
Well, I guess the white man told her ass, yeah, I don't want no fucking Asian baby mama. Okay. Bye, Jenny Ma.
And that's gonna be a lot of drama behind it.
Guess what? This is somebody we haven't heard from in a long time, child. Melania Trump has really been silent. Have y'all noticed that? Yes. We ain't heard shit from her ass.
Well, she don't speak English, so.
Melania does speak English. It says Melania Trump quietly renegotiated prenup with Donald Trump ahead of potential second presidential term. legal woes, sources. Guess what? She's smart to do that.
Yeah.
She's smart.
'Cause
She's
she know he
like, you
about to
know
go to
what?
jail.
This nigga is not. I gotta get up out of here. I got my son. And guess what? We already done shopping and shit and all of that. We ain't got no more money. All our credit cards and shit is maxed out and blah, blah, whatever. I can't deal with your ass, Donald Trump. But Melania is like, bye, Donald.
But hey, no, listen to this scenario that this could be a smart thing with Melania Trump to possibly
Melania.
Melania to put some of those his assets in her name, so if just in case they try to confiscate some of that shit.
Excuse me, did you not hear Letitia James just say the other day that Donald Trump cannot control none more of his shit in the state of New York?
Yeah.
That he has a few shit. Let me tell you what he did. Did you know if you bury a family member's body on your property, that the state can't take your property? That's why when what's her name, Ivana Trump died, he buried her ass on the fucking golf course because he knew he had the money to pay for that shit. But guess what? Now they can't take the golf course because there's a body buried there.
Oh wow, man, that's crazy.
Lord have mercy. Y'all know what? I'm tired of this shit for the night. Eboni K. Williams encourages Black women to prioritize marriage while simultaneously earning degrees. Guess what? What she did was she watched that Tyler Perry shit and she decided she want to have a voice on this type of shit like this right now. Eboni K. Williams, girl, first of all, you was the one talking about don't date bus drivers and all that type of shit like that. Girl, go sit down. Nobody gives a fuck about what you got to say. No. Just take your job down to the griot and sit over there and spew your bullshit and your nonsense. Oh, I'm so sick of her. It just goes back to what we were talking about with Tyler Perry the other day. It goes exactly back to that. Bye, Eboni. Yeah. You know what? I'm tired of y'all. Guess what? It's time for the KKSLAM. Y'all, my chest was hurting just now when I did that. My nephew, he be working me out so hard at the gym, y'all. My chest is like feeling like I can actually feel the muscle. Like I can actually feel it. Look, my arms. Look at that. Check that out. Akinaki, go ahead, Akinaki. Hey, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to KKSLAM. I'm going to show his fake picture one more time. Y'all some piece of shit for this shit. Look at this handsome young Black man. Y'all gonna wait till he get to 11th and 12th grade to start fucking with him about his damn hair. Bye, Greg Abbott. You a piece of shit, motherfucker.
And that story right there lets you know that African Americans are still not completely free in America when it comes to a certain thing about
Hyundai. I'm sorry, Hyundai and motherfucking Kia. Y'all need to stop burning up motherfuckers out here in these streets. Bye.
Slam the brakes on it.
Oh God, Joe Biden, I'm slamming your ass today because guess what? Don't give no more motherfucking money to Ukraine. Stop it.
That's his that's his grandchild, Ukraine.
Jeannie, you a fucking stupid hoe. And guess what, Jeezy? I'm even more mad at your ass for marrying that bitch because you already knew what the fuck she was saying about black dick before you even married her stupid ass. Bye, Jeezy. Melania, get your coins, girl. Get away from Trump because that nigga's going to prison down to the Fulton County with Fonnie Hallis. Bye. And Eboni K. Williams, guess what? You get the auto slam, you stupid bitch. Bye, everybody. And guess what? That's the end of the show, y'all. Guess what? Next on Monday's show, we're going to have some advertisement. Guess what? Somebody actually wants to advertise their products and wares on our show, y'all. Guess what? We got 90 subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm so happy about that. And guess what, everybody? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show. And guess what? When you love somebody, make sure they can love you back. And that's on Real Point. Find somebody that's going to be a teammate with you. That's what you need, a teammate, not an adversary. Jermaine, take us out.
May the Lord be with you guys. May the Lord Jesus be with you guys. Remember, Jesus died on the cross for our sin. He loved you no matter what you done, what you doing, and how long you done it. He will forgive you for your sins. Just ask him to come into your life, and he'll free you from all your worries. You guys take care and have a great night.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this video. I'm going to be putting out some shorts because every time I put out the shorts, we get new subscribers. So let's go, y'all. I got some a company's called Jesus Christ. It's gonna be on the show next week about some sheets. And guess what? I got a lot of great things coming up for you guys. And don't forget, if you want to buy a house anywhere in the country, call me 210-719-0502 or email me at goodandcrazyn@gmail.com. I'm going to be here for you guys. Guess what? We're going to make this money in the future. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep it gangster. Peace.